Welcome to NBA Pub Hub on Pub Sports Radio. Salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. But the NBA is a hell of a drug. And you're looking at the plugs. Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy Zachary in the building. Mikey, new member. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Appreciate you supporting the movement. It's a motherfucking Thursday. We're back. Our guy, it's motherfucking Derl, fresh off a heater, I believe. Running real hot off of yesterday. Let's keep it going, my man. How we feeling?
Feeling good, man. It was a good day yesterday. Swept the board. Hadn't been that in a long time. And I needed that, man. Transparency, it was a reverse sweep the day before, So I went 0-3 the day before and then hit them with 6-0. So got my money back and doubled that. So it was a good day, man. Was happy. The Lakers got it done. And that's all you can ask for, man. It's a sweep and the Lakers win.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir. I seen that you had the Lakers money line in I believe plus the points. I seen that. So yeah, all the way around. Good shit. I was late to the party on the Lakers. I did say something about Schroeder here, though, I believe. 25 plus. Hopefully y'all took that to the motherfucking bank because I did not. I just said it. But yeah, let's go. Ski. Mr. Thursday, how we feeling, my man?
I'm pretty good. I've had a profitable day in my last 5 days, so trying to keep that going. And I like quite a bit today. I think I have 8 plays so far on the slate, and we only have 4 games. So let's get it.
Shoot.
I'm very happy to hear that because I don't got one motherfucking play today. So all the plays come for Ski. I'm sure our guy, it's Derl, is coming back shooting after, I believe he, say 6-0 or something like that, I believe too. So Ski plus a lot of units yesterday. I believe I seen plus 8 something units. Heating them up. These are the guys you want on the panel right fucking now. Our guy, speaking of guys heating the fuck up, our guy Nets Bets, fresh off an easy casher. KD, the Slim Reaper, was out looking fresh, looking like kind of like he belongs right there, to be honest with you. Him and Booker looking real smooth. He got it done with the -10. Shout out to our guy Nets Bets. I believe that's 19 at 19-5 he is in his last 24 bets. So keep it up. Mr. Always Profit in the building. Picks from Dave, leader of the Nerd Nation. Good to see our guy as well. All right, let's get to it. We got a 4-piece here on the card. Let's get to this first game here. We got the Toronto Raptors and the Washington Wizards. We got a line here. Let's see what this line is. My fault, fellas. We got a line of -2 and a total of 222.5. We do have 70% of the bets on the Toronto Raptors, followed by 92% of the money on the Washington Wizards. The Raptors have won 5 of the last 6. Most recently saw a little win against the Chicago Bulls at the crib. They do have the Wizards again. They play the Wizards right here. So it's one of these 2 back-to-back games, but they do have a day off, and they play them again on Saturday right there in Washington. No Monte Morris, for the Wizards. And they did most recently have a nice little win in Atlanta. They won by 3. KP, the Unicorn, is back. So really, they're pretty much healthy outside of Monte Morris. And the Raptors look good to go, too, from an injury aspect. What we do in this basketball game is, Daryl?
Yeah, so we would play, or I would play, the over on the first quarter. Didn't cash last, lost it by 3.5 points. And this total is coming in surprisingly low at 222. So I won't play the first quarter here, but what I do like is the work of Jakob Poeltl. I had asked about him on the show a couple of shows ago. And looking at his recent body of work, man, he's been over 11.5, 4 out of the 5 times. One game was against Detroit. He got you 9 points. But other than that, he's hitting 14, 13, 30, 21. He's doing good there. So I'm going to go back to the well here.
Did we lose him?
Over 11.5 points. It's juiced at -124 in some books if you can get a better number. But I do believe that hits today against the Wizards team, who's still first in the league with over-under scoring in the first quarter. So maybe there's some scoring here, even though that total says it's kind of low here. It might be real low. I'm going to secure the Jakob Poeltl bet over the first quarter over, as I would normally do. So Jakob Poeltl, over 11.5 points, already in my pocket.
Yeah, man, I dig it. Last time you asked about that, I believe it was 12 or something, and he had 20 plus, I believe, in that. So, yeah, it was a good call. I was looking at that later. I was like, damn, he was right on that shit. The Big Po. What are we looking at here, Ski? You like this? Well, I mean, you got 8 motherfucking plays. So how many of them are in this game?
Hey, there is one game I really don't like, though, but it's not this game.
It's a pretty solid one.
Yeah, it's a lot to like here. I think you guys mentioned a few things. First, somebody mentioned, I think it was you, Dutch. Monte Morris is going to be out here, and I think when you look at him being out, Bradley Beal's been having a lot more playmaking duties. I know they still have DeLon Wright out there, but the last three times Morris was out, Bradley Beal's went over his 6.5 assists, and they're giving you plus money to take it. So I think that's a pretty solid bet. Other than that, um, just to prop real quick, I like Kuzma over his 2.5 3 pointers going up against a bottom 5 3 point defense. Um, versus bottom 10 3 point defenses so far this year, he's averaging 2.9, and he's hit 3 plus in 10 of his last 17. So, like Kuzma, he's at plus money as well. Then for the game, and again, it doesn't correlate here, but it's just how I see the game going. Um, I think I like the under here more than points, just because it's the ninth seed and the 10th seed. They're going to play today. They're going to play again, I think, in 2 more days. And just really important games if you're looking at the playoff picture and down the stretch. So when you think about that, I feel like it's going to be a little bit more defense. And just thinking about the pace these teams have been playing post All Star, Wizards have been playing the slowest. Raptors are playing, bottom 10 pace as well, and top 10 defensive rated teams. So I think all of that lines up for this to be a lower scoring game. I think it stays under 220. So I'll take the under 222.5 or 222 that they're offering right there. And I like the Wizards side. I just feel like I like what they've been doing lately, especially how they've been winning at as a home dog. It's been, I forget who they're playing, but it's been some of these games they've been 5 point favorites, 7 point favorites, etc. And they're just winning outright. Just tells me that they're playing well right now. I know they're healthy, even though Morris is the only person out, and they're motivated to keep going and win some of these games versus a Toronto team who's been poor all season long on the road. I think they're 11-19 straight up. 1-9 as a road favorite. They've only won 2 of their last 7 games as a road favorite straight up. It's just not a team I want my money on laying points. So Wizards under. If you're looking for any kind of points or anything else, you go Bradley Beal over his assist. You go Kuzma over his 3-point prop.
I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, man. I don't know. This is a tough game. I would probably look Toronto here. There are cover 5 of the last 6 in Washington, and then they play back 2 nights later in Washington. So I would probably look for Washington to win that game. But yeah, it's hard to trust Toronto on the road. Shout out to Res Mob in the building. Nasty Nate, Mr. Trifecta, man. Hey, honestly, I didn't even really break down this card today because of the motherfucking Celtics last night. I don't know how the fuck I didn't cover 4.5. I don't know how I didn't cover 4.5. I'm up 13 with 40 seconds to go. I'm up, man. I'm still sick over that shit. I don't give a fuck. Call me a sore loser. I don't give a fuck. I do not like losing that way, and I'm still pissed the fuck off about it. But yeah, man, let's get to this next basketball game. Where we going here? Where we going to the streets? Let's see. This next basketball game, we're going to Dallas, the D, where the stars shine. We got the Philadelphia 76ers coming to town. We got a line. What's the line here? We got a line of 3 now, a total of 228.5. We have 55% of the bets on the Sixers and 59% of the money on the Dallas Mavericks. We got the Sixers 23-point win. A very impressive win without Joel Embiid. With a fuckery in or something last night, Joel Embiid gets announced out. And then, of course, money comes in even more on Miami. And it's a shellacking 23-point win, man. They put it on them. They do obviously lost a couple nights before on Monday to Miami. So yeah, man, I didn't really see that coming. Didn't bet that game, but I did not see Philly showing up like that without Joel Embiid. They do have Milwaukee on Saturday, and the Mavs, man. Well, the Dallas Mavericks have fucked around and lost 5 out of the last 6 basketball games. Most recently, very unimpressively, whatever the fuck you want to say, to the Pacers, man. I believe they're 8.5 point favorites at the crib, lose outright. Kyrie missed the 3 to win it. I don't know what's going on with Luka the Don. Kyrie, obviously, it ain't it. The Mavs, I don't know what to think about the Dallas Mavs. Pretty fucking depressing here. What are we doing with this basketball game, Ski?
My bad. I was just looking up a little something here, and this is the one game that I didn't like that much. But what I will say is, I don't give a damn how much, unless Mavericks are -1 or pick them. I'm not betting them motherfuckers to cover or laying nothing with them. If you can't play no defense, I don't want you to win by margin. Yes, they've won straight up at home, but what are they to cover at home? They're only 10-21. So I'm not betting on that until they show me that they could play some defense. This Philly team, or another thing about the defense, I think they're the worst team since the trade deadline as far as points allowed in the paint. Going up against Joel Embiid tonight, that's going to be a fucking disaster. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably look at Embiid point prop over, or if not, I'll just go Philly team total over because, I mean, it's only, 113 here tonight. Dallas has been allowing an average of 117. The only team that stayed under, the Lakers stayed under that 113, and I think the first game versus the Clippers only got to 110. But every other team besides that, since they made this trade, has gone over that 113 number. I think Philly has a good chance of getting to that tonight. So to sum it up, just leans for this game: Joel Embiid points prop, Philly team total over, or Philly on the side.
Yeah, man. The more you talk about it, the more I kind of like the Sixers. I'm not gonna lie to you. Joel didn't play last night. I mean, shit. Who's gonna stop that motherfucker down low? They barbecue chicken down low, really, from a paint perspective. How we feeling this, Daryl?
Yeah, looking at the standings right now, if they win this game, then they tie with the Clippers at the 6th spot, right? They'll be 33 and 31. If they lose this game, they'll have the same amount of losses as them being the number 7 all the way to number 10. So 7, 8, 9, 10 all have 32 losses and between 31 and 32 wins. This one is kind of tricky for me. I didn't want to play it because we're still trying to see if Embiid is really he was probable. So when you get a probable, that's most likely you are going to play. But they right now, Dallas is not impressive to me with this roster, man. It's not. And you're trying to understand why they're losing these games off back-to-back losses. You know, this is a team that's got to make it and be in the playoffs, but they're not playing like they deserve to be right now. So I'm telling you right now, man, for right now, it's just a pass for me. The line is tricky because you would think, why would Philly be the dog here in this case? Why would Philly be the dog here? So you got Dallas at -3. Hasn't been that much movement. Maybe with Joel comes in and maybe it goes down a point, but I just don't understand why Philly is the dog here. I don't. So there's just some trickeration, just something I don't want to be a part of. If I have to choose a side, it's obviously Philly, but I don't like where the number is. So I'm off.
Yeah, man. I think there's just too much. I just think the Kyrie, they just get too much pull here. They obviously shouldn't have been 8.5 point. I think the only time they really was the Spurs when they were 14, and they did cover that game. You know, other than that, this team is not a team that should be favored really against anybody. I just think they got the name, they got Luka, now they got Kyrie. The books are showing them respect. I don't think they really deserve it. I probably should be on the Sixers here. I might find a way to find it to be on the Sixers here. Joel Embiid gonna be ready to rock and roll. They was in cruise control really after the second quarter against Miami. They was putting it on them up by 20 damn near the whole game after that first quarter. So they're pretty deep too as well, the Sixers. So I look for the Sixers and Joel Embiid to pretty much punish them down low. I wouldn't be mad anyway. I see people liking the Mavs early. They probably come out, but they're gonna fuck around. I mean, they just gave up a 27-point lead to the motherfucking LA Lakers. So I wouldn't feel nowhere comfortable with the Mavericks, no matter how much they're up. Shout out to Miss Hound, Style Hound. Good to see you, young lady. Hope all is well. Our guy Bo Jackson in the building, but Mavs don't know who to down the stretch. Yeah, they really don't. It's very true. It's like hot potato down the stretch, and it's Luka. Luka needs the ball. Kyrie's clutch as fuck. Don't get it twisted, but that's Luka's team. It's fucked up everything. Let's get to this next basketball game. What we got here on the next basketball game? We're going to where are we going? We're going to San Antonio. Oh shit, San Antonio. The Spurs getting 6. Excuse me. They're never minus, but San Antonio actually is coming off a win. Surprisingly, their first win in a long time. They do have. What we got here? We got 85% of the bets on the Indiana Pacers, followed by 97% of the money. Now, the Pacers have won 3 of the last 4, winning against the Bulls, the Magic, and then, of course, most recently the Mavs, as we talked about. Most importantly, Halliburton is questionable in this basketball game. And as we talked about from a San Antonio's perspective, I mean, they fucked around and won a basketball game, 1-8 in Utah. They are 1-16 the last 17 basketball games. Keldon Johnson has been ruled out. I don't know what the fuck you gonna do with this one. Ski obviously likes this game. What are we doing with it, Ski?
Well,
Pacers, everything.
I won't talk to anybody off for the Pacers. I want to know that
Mhm.
Halliburton is playing, though, if I'm gonna put my money on it. But the Spurs, they've been absolutely garbage, bro. They've covered what 2 games since like late January. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not putting my money on those guys. What I have my money on, here's what I'll say: if you expect any kind of points in this game, I would look at 2 people. It's going to be Buddy Hield over his 3.5 3-point makes. He's hit that 11 of his last 16 games, going up against the Spurs team, who's the worst 3-point defense in the league. And then Miles Turner, he's been over 10 of his last 15 games, 1.5 3-point makes. And if Hallie doesn't play, I know he's hit it 6 of the 8 games that he played without him. So I like both of those guys over their 3-point prop. But that's only 18 points. Even in the last 16 games, 9 of the 16 went under for the full game. I look at the Pacers, 5 of their last 16 games have eclipsed this 238 number. It's just too many points here. When they play these teams like lesser teams less than 500, they're 20-11 to the under. I look on the flip side, the Spurs, not quite the same team as they were earlier in the year. Only 2 of their last 10 games have cleared this 238 number. They're going to be without leading scorer Keldon Johnson tonight. And also, I know they get Vassell back, but he hasn't played in like 2 months. He's going to be rusty out there. They do get Trey Jones back, I think, here tonight. That will help him out a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. It's San Antonio's first home game. They've been on the road. I don't remember their last. Let me see. When's the last time they played a home game? I have them put up right here. Their last home game was February 3rd versus 76ers. They got a lot of shit they got to take care of. This is a flat spot if I ever seen one for a team that's already struggling offensively. So I think the under is a good play in general. Like I said, if you looking for points, you go to Buddy Hield and Miles Turner 3-point makes.
I dig it. How we feeling this, Daryl?
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the number, man. I posted these numbers yesterday. That number on a site or the model that I use to look at numbers, it was Pacers minus 5.47. And I'm looking at the 6, man, like I ain't scared. Fade the Pacers first quarter. That's a good question because we know we've made a lot of money fading them first quarter. I don't feel that way here. I feel Pacers against a bad team can easily put up 30 in the first quarter. So usually we would fade the Pacers in the first quarter. They're worst in the league here. But this is a team, man, that I feel that when they're clicking, I mean, they've been known to put up 37, 40 points in the first quarter here. And if I'm right, we lost the last first quarter that we faded them on. So against San Antonio, I just think this is a team that they can get it done right. Their team total is 121.5. I wouldn't be afraid of that, but I'm just not afraid of the number. So I'm waiting on the lineup reports here. I'm thinking Holly's going to play. But it doesn't matter. If I'm thinking he's going to play, I probably need to get to the window early on this. But I do like Pacers minus 6. I think it's a good number. I think they can. Spurs got their win. Now it's back to the Wembanyama sweepstakes, right? So you just got to throw all the tank and talk off guard for a little bit, win a game or two, and then go right back to losing. So for here, man, I'm telling you, I like the Pacers here. I like the minus 6, and I might just get there with it, but I haven't jumped on it yet. But I do like them full game.
I dig it. Our guy Nets Bets jumped on the 4.5. I'm sure he endorses the 6. Let's see. Bo Jackson, man. Hey, our guy, man, always coming with the insides, with the jerseys, what kind of night it is in the stadium. I wonder how much
we use that gematria.
I wonder how much that really takes into your captain, Bo, my guy. But yeah, good shit though, my man. Res Mob in the building. Good to see you, my man. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about this basketball game. I am intrigued with these bets in your breakdown there. I think it's probably the Pacers. I mean, everything Ski said was Pacers, so Pacers are nothing in this one. Let's get to the Bay, man. Let's go to the Bay. We got the Clippers coming to town. Probably the best game on the board. Maybe not. But we got 3.5 line. The Clippers 231.5. Let's see where the money's at here. We got excuse me. We have 57% of the bets on the LA Clippers. Followed by 77% of the money on the Clippers here. Clippers have fucked around and lost 3 straight basketball games. You go get Russ, well, God damn it, you're gonna start taking a little bit more L's. I'm sure that Skee brings a smile to our guy Skee's face.
Hell
You know,
yeah.
they lost, and Derl too, cheesing up there. 3 straight to the Kings, the Nugs, and the Wolves. The Warriors have fucked around and won 3 straight basketball games. They posted up at the crib since the break and won all 3 games. Most recently, the Portland Trailblazers, after being down by 17 at halftime, came around and fucked around and covered the 5-point spread. They do have the Pelicanos on deck tomorrow. How we feeling about this basketball game, Daryl?
I don't feel any way at all. I can give a fucking shit about this game. I really can. I mean, once again, man, like, why are the Warriors dogs here? Now, if the Warriors were in LA, then I can understand it, right? But I mean, your home dogs here. I just don't get it. I just think it really leads a lot of people to probably go to the Clippers. And the Warriors, the Clippers are okay. Mine's 3.5. They need a win type shit. Steph still not on the court. You know, we got a rejuvenated roster there. As for what it's worth, the Clippers are running with pace right now. You know, Kawhi is balling, but still, I don't get why the Warriors are dogs here. To be honest with you, the Warriors should still be favorites in this scenario, and they're not. So I can honestly only look at the Warriors here. We know also that the Clippers are terrible in the first half. They're terrible in the first half. Now, maybe you're playing with more pace. You're going to score a little more points, but they're not covering first half spreads. We also know with Russ, playing in point position, he's getting that ball out to Morris, and Morris is not dropping down those corner threes. He's not at all. And that started with the Sacramento Kings game. So I would even take a stab at Morris's threes here, but he's just not knocking them down. So for me, I guess it's going to take the eye test for me. I can give a fuck about the Clippers anyways, man. I can give 2 shits about the Clippers. So for right now, knowing that they're faves here, and I feel that the Warriors should be the favorites, and that motto is saying Warriors -3, so it's actually these teams are swapped, or the numbers are swapped here. I could only look the Warriors. Warriors first half, Warriors full game. I'm not understanding this, but I'm not going to play this game. I could give 2 fucking shits about this game.
Shout out to our guy, Big Lucci. I see you, G Martinez. Our guy Sam Comer in the building. I see you, my man. Good to see you. Yeah, the Clippers fucked around and beat them, by 10 most recently, very recently. But then again, the Warriors smacked them by 17 earlier in the season, but Wiggins and Curry were in the lineup. Just so you know, Jordan Poole will play, but yeah, there is no Wiggins. There is obviously no Curry. What we doing with this, Ski? I know you like this basketball game.
I don't love it, but I like one thing Westbrook. He gives Kawhi a chance to get off the ball, Paul George off the ball, and he can set them up a little bit to get some open shots. Kawhi has gone over his 2.5 3-point makes the last 3 games, which coincides with Westbrook being there. He's hit it the last 3 meetings versus Golden State. He has 7, 5, and 3, and Golden State has the 5th most 3-pointers allowed on the year. So Kawhi over 2.5 3-point makes and plus money will be the way I bet this game.
Yeah, man, I hate the Clippers, bro, but I don't know. I would think that the Clippers win this basketball game, man. I just come on, man. Like, you don't show up tonight. I don't trust Ty. I don't trust Lou. I really said this the other day. Like, I feel like he's overrated as fuck. I really do. Russ has come in and been okay. He's had games where he's turned it over. He's had games where he hasn't turned it over as much. They don't have much size. I thought that Plumlee boy would make some difference there, but I don't know, man. Morris made all them threes in that practice, in that little Twitter video they put out in practice, and it ain't made him sense. Our guy Daryl touched on that. I think it's Clippers show, honestly, tonight. I really do. But as we touched on it many times before, I've lost so much money on the Clippers. I have no will to go bet them motherfuckers. So I will not tonight. And the Warriors have won 3 straight at the crib. Don't matter who's on the court. But I do think after the Clippers losing 3 straight, they've been kind of put through the coals this last week here. This is a game where I think you might get the best of the Clippers. And the best of the Clippers should run a Steph-less fucking Wiggins-less Warrior team out the building, to be quite honest with you. But I don't trust the Clippers. They show no heart. Why should I fucking believe they'll show it now? Shout out to our guy Lit Picks in the building. Good to see my man. Let's pay the bills, Vic. Let's roll the clip. Yeah, man. Manscaped, Pub Sports, get you 20% off. Keep it fresh from head to motherfucking toe. Manscaped, 20% off. Pub Sports. And when you get nice and tight and feel right, take your ass to San Antonio, preferably at the end of March. Southtown 101, Pubpalooza 2 is going down, and it's where it is, right there at Southtown 101. It's the home base. Jeff Slaughter, the crew will be there. Open bars, fucking karaoke, DJ, parking lot pimping, DJ, motherfucking paradise. All right, Southtown 101. If you are in the San Antonio area, do yourself a favor and stop the fuck in. Let's get to it, man. We got to get to the bag. All right, let's keep it hot, man. We're 6 straight. Let's roll the motherfucking touchdown. Let's go for the extra point. We just need one.
Just one, right?
Just give us the winner.
Yeah, man. I'm going to the bag with the Yakapurtle prop, man. I think that hits. It's juice, but juice don't matter when you win, right? So yeah, Yakapurtle over 11.5 points. That's my play of the day for the day. Let's shoot for the tutty.
Yeah, man. And if you want anything else from our guy still, you're going to have to follow his ass, check him out on Twitter, and go show him some support after running it up. It's Daryl. Make sure you follow our guy. Skee, Mr. Profit, going for 6 days straight. Let's do a 6-pack. Just that's fitting for Mr. Party Guy, the 6-pack. Let's get it going, man. How we getting the bag?
Yeah, I think the best bet for today is you bet the Pacers and Spurs game under. You already don't have the leading scorer for the Spurs. Could also be without Halliburton with his calf strain / post-birthday hangover. So I just think this all equals less points. Under 238, 237.5, whatever it is for Pacers and Spurs.
I dig it. There we go. From the two nice solid plays from the panel. Yeah, man. I'm like the old Gucci. I'm leaning like a motherfucker. I lean Sixers. I lean Indiana. And I would lean Toronto, but I ain't placed a bet on anything today. So after breaking it down and hearing the chat and hearing these guys vibe out, I do think the Sixers are to play. I might get to the motherfucking window, but I don't really need to force anything. I'm just keeping it a buck. But most importantly, we all need to profit. If we're placing a bet, let's fucking win it. The chat, we vibe out with y'all each and every day right here on Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. 1 p.m. out here on the fresh side where me and my guys reside. We appreciate y'all. If you could hit the like button before we get the fuck up out of here. If you've not become a member of Pub Sports Radio, please do at this time. It's $4.99. It's 18 cents a motherfucking day to support the movement, to support what we do. All we're trying to do is defeat the juice. It's us against the bookies, like my guy Jay Money would say. So yeah, man, let's just get paid and let's all show some motherfucking love. Before we get up out of here, Daryl, what we got going for the rest of the week, my man?
Yeah, man, nothing much. Doing the same old. Be back with y'all on Tuesday. Back at it on Tuesday. But, might have some wine in between there. Watch the UFC fight this weekend, cut up a little. But, yeah, see y'all back on Tuesday.
Yeah, man. I drank 2 bottles of wine last night. That shit wasn't strong. I'm going for the tequila tonight, babe. Might even hit up the party guy. I need one of them nights in my life, god damn it. Hey, how we feeling, Ski? How we feeling? What we got going for the rest of the week besides cold drinks and cushion the motherfucking air?
I'm gonna try to keep this little streak I got going, but I'll be right back here with Bobano and Billy tomorrow. Also do a little bit of stuff on my YouTube page, so you can always follow everything I do on Twitter at Skee Profit. And yeah, if you're in the area, hit me up. We'll have a good time.
Nah, you don't call people back, bro.
I call people back.
You don't call people back.
I call people back as long as I see it.
Yeah, you got to give me a 72-hour advance notice.
He really be the party guy, so he be on one. If you catch him at that point, he might be a little too on one.
You know what happens when it gets to a certain point, you can't see your phone no more, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That point, you might be doing something, where goddamn it, I ain't worried about the phone no more. And that's where you're trying to be in life, where you're just not worried about the phone no more. No matter what it is, you're trying to be somewhere where you're having a good enough time. You only got to look at this bitch, all right? That's really what life goal is. Just get somewhere where you only got to think about that bitch. Believe me, you'll be happy. But other than that, man, we appreciate y'all. If you come to the 702, hit us up, vibe the fuck out. If you're in LA, hit our guy Daryl up. But most importantly, follow each and every one of us on Twitter. Like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.